want to give you another story that I think the media is getting wrong here, and it's about gas prices. You know that the gas prices, well, I think you do if you go get gas, have gone up more than 20 cents in the last 8 days. The national average now is $3.38 a gallon. It'd be nice to know why and what's coming, but instead we're getting that fact, and then, hey, Charlie Sheen just tweeted a pic of him and a really hot porn star. Wonder what he'll do next. Find out tonight. Libya is getting worse. Gaddafi is in some strange sort of denial of violence. Violence? What violence? They love me here. Right. Gas prices spiked today when they were shelling two miles away from an oil station. Got it? Saudi Arabia hasn't helped matters. They have reports that they have sent dozens of armored vehicles into Bahrain, which they have to do to protect our assets. And then they also arrested a cleric today, which set the markets on fire. Now, those are just a couple of reasons for the oil futures skyrocketing up to $102 a barrel today. But hey, don't pay any attention to that. And don't pay attention to WikiLeaks either. Here's where the media always goes wrong. They look at everything disconnected. And then they say, oh, you connect these stories, you're crazy. Really? Let's take the WikiLeaks story and then also tie them together with what's happening in the Middle East. If they would do that, it might show a larger picture. Here are the WikiLeaks, the country's WikiLeaks reporting on here. In Egypt, WikiLeaks leaked cables that were embarrassing to President Mubarak. About 2 months later, rioting starts and Egypt flips. Tunisia, they have leaked cables here on Tunisia that expose corruption of the president's family. Tunisia was flipped January 14th. It was actually, this was first, then this one. Same thing, Yemen, December 3rd. Cables leaked revealed America's deep military involvement with the country. Yemen is currently on the brink. Libya, they leaked cables showing Libya placed billions of dollars in U.S. banks. Libya currently on fire. And the latest leak happened on Monday. And this is the one that bothered me because I've noticed this pattern. And it's not when they leaked it, it's when it goes viral in the country, when it starts to penetrate the country. On Monday, WikiLeaks released a cable from the Saudi royal family's wealth. It took a look at what's going on there, revealing the over-the-top spending and the money-making schemes the royals have used to finance their lavish lifestyles. Now, when that becomes viral, how is that going to go over? And then there's one more thing. Now, I haven't heard anybody mention the map. Can you take a look at the map here? Here are the countries that have either fallen or on the brink of falling. Are there no war gamers out there? Is there nobody that watched old cowboy movies here? Here's Tunisia, Libya, Egypt, Syria. Jordan is on fire. This is Israel. They're going to be surrounded with nothing. Jordan. This is Iraq. This is Iran. Here's Qatar on fire. Here is Bahrain right here. Oman just started. Yemen. Got it? If you're a war gamer, may I ask, isn't this Custer's last stand? By the way, Iraq is also on fire. If this falls, it is the end of the Western way of life. $200 a barrel, $10 a gallon gasoline. But that isn't actually what keeps me awake at night. It's this, Iraq. Iraq. Is anyone asking the question, what happens to our troops? What happens to our troops if they take Bahrain? If they take Saudi Arabia, how do our troops even get out? If they take Bahrain, they're cut off. If they take Saudi Arabia, then what happens? The other night, Brian Williams said on Letterman, if Saudi Arabia falls, we're headed for a global recession. I'm taking it a step further. Yeah, would it be nice if it was a global recession? Can somebody ask, how do we get our troops home? How do we protect our troops? See, you surround your enemy first, and then you squeeze them until they pop. Syria, Iran, Saudi Arabia. Common sense says it's only a matter of time or of force. If you look right across from Saudi Arabia, our troops, wouldn't it be nice if someone else was kept awake at night besides you on these things? You remember when I said you should invest in hard goods and everything else? I heard another report today, and it was tied to Saudi Arabia, at least in my head. They were talking about the price of oil. And then I heard something else, that copper was going down. Well, why? Why would this happen? Because copper is used in home building. It's used when you think the economy is going to be expanding around the world. Last month, copper took a nosedive. You sell it when there's no productivity or when you're worried that there won't be productivity. Never take investment advice from me. I'll just tell you what I do personally, and then you do with it what you will. Food. Food. As the perfect storm approaches, just make sure that your hatches have been battened down and you can be a shelter for someone else.